Hello everyone. Hello. Come on in. It's me, Nick Wan, your host. Tonight we Viz Buzz. It's a game show. We have data visualizations with data sets, and the object is to recreate them in 40 minutes.
You've got mail.
You know, people out there have trolled me and said that I can't do this show alone. So I was like, what better person to help me do this than Esther. Time enjoyed herself. Okay, this is the Viz Buzz wheel, and this will tell us what data visualization we'll be doing in this round. At the end of the 40 minutes, you and we get to judge who we think did best, second best, and third best, and then chat gets to vote on who they think did first, second, and third best. And then it goes to one more vote, which is we compare the accuracy of their data visualization they produced against the original using image comparison. All right, we're gonna spin the wheel now. McGregor Emoji 1. Okay, they get to do McGregor Emoji 1. They have to recreate this. They have the data set for it. This is a 538 data viz. It's over the course of this fight, McGregor versus Mayweather, different emoji usage across Twitter. So that will be data. So they'll have to use data of like how often that emoji was used during that time. And then the emojis that they're trying to key in on are these three different emojis for McGregor and these four different emojis for Mayweather. 39 minutes. They just started chat. We got Tan on the screen looking up different emojis. The interesting part about like doing a mix of emoji data and time series data is like emojis aren't really like text, right? You have to like encode some sort of like string that usually brings up like whatever the emoji means in like in an alphanumeric pattern. So some programming languages actually allow you to like use emojis directly. So they're just going to be using emoji like text. And it just works. We are watching Tony Elhaber's screen. Tony is still trying to get through some of the munge here. He's taking some of the date time, and it looks like he does have a scatter plot. He does turn it into a line plot here. So he does have a time series graph with how often emojis were used. He has an Irish flag, a clover, and a shamrock. So it looks like he has some of the line plot already built, so this is good. We're looking right now at Jordan's screen. This is Data Dude. He's currently working through this. He has the data set, and he's trying to figure out the way to set this into a time series. He has some sort of like line plot here, but unsure if this is exactly what he wants. It's not exactly the plot that we're seeing on the right here. I wonder if this is an issue with either time or timestamps, or if he has this in some sort of like string and it's not coming out in terms of seconds. We'll go over to Tan, who's streaming right now. I haven't seen him produce a plot quite yet. He has been mutating and doing a lot of different data munging, trying to clean up this data set so it performs well through the rolling average of the 4-minute time. He does have some of his emoji elements in there, so I think he is pulling out the right stuff. He is just trying to figure out the way to aggregate or group by through this data set in order to get that ultimate data set that allows you to plot this. So he has less than 17 minutes and 20 seconds to go for him and the rest of our contestants. Tony is getting there with the line plot. He has the line plot in there with the different colors. He does have the emojis work in here, so we'll see if he gets closer. Within the next 11 minutes and 5 seconds to go, we have Jordan's screen. He is in Python. He is working through his data frame, trying to figure out a way to extract not just the amount of times these emojis were used, but also put that into some sort of seconds or some sort of time. Tony Elhaber's screen, this is It's Me Tony in chat. He's running into some errors here. Actually, he completed this. This actually went through without errors. He does have his graph here. He needs to work on some of the aesthetic. He has some things in there. We'll see if he could keep going at this and making sure that he has all the elements needed to complete the accuracy of this data viz. Here we have Tan, and Tan looks like he is getting really close to what the data visualization aesthetic looks like. The data seems slightly off here, but I think he is trying to work his way to this data visualization in terms of aesthetic accuracy. Remember, it's both. Can you get the data that's accurate on the data visualization? And the second half of it is, can you replicate all the aesthetic features on the data viz? Let's go back over to Jordan here, and it looks like he is trying to figure out a way to do this through a Seaborn using line plot here. He does have some time to go. Let's see if he ends up getting there in a bit. And we do have some confidence intervals here. We're under a minute and 15 to go. So let's go see how Tan is doing. Tan looks like he's getting closer. As Esther said, the aesthetics are there, the colors are there, but the data itself doesn't look exactly like what the original data visualization is looking like. This is Tony's screen. 4 seconds to go. Let's go back over to Jordan's screen here, and we are at time now. Pencils down. Chat, it is your turn to vote. Who did best? Who do you like replicating this? This is what they had to reproduce. Jordan, Tony, Tan. Who do you think, chat? So the chat voted. The chat says Tony came in first place, second place Tan, Jordan third place. Our vote says Tony also gets... Oh, sorry, this was you. I messed this up. Go for it, Esther.
Tony, you won first place. That's our vote.
Jordan came in second for us, and then Tan came in third. So this does go down to the tiebreaker. Let's run the comparison. The accuracy here is 84.4% for Tony. Comparison for Jordan, running the comparison now. He gets 68.9%. If Tan beats 68.9% here, Esther, he ends up getting second place. 83.8%! So yeah, first place goes to Tony.
Nice.
Clean sweep for Tony. Tan gets 11 points, and Jordan gets 9 points. Very
Good
close
boss.
one there. So we got one more. Esther, you don't have to stay on for another one if you want to go, but if you want to stay for one more, you can.
I want to stay.
You want to stay? Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, that's really cool. Let's bring in our new contestants. All right, so like last round, we get to spin the wheel. Okay, so we're gonna spin the wheel now. Oh crap, that's not the wheel. All right, let's see. Let's see what they get to do tonight. We did War Deaths the other week. We did Sea Level literally last week.
How come no one is?
Oh my god, I've been waiting for this moment.
What is it?
This is the Bechdel test. They are trying to replicate this data viz, which is also from 538. Are you familiar with the Bechdel test, Esther?
No, please explain.
Oh, okay. Well, the Bechdel test is a test of representation, women representation in movies. So if there are fewer than 2 women in the movie, if there are women in the movie but they don't talk to each other, if there are women in the movie but they only talk about men, these are all failing the Bechdel test. But if there are women in the movie who do not talk about men, talk to each other, and all these other things, it ends up passing the Bechdel test.
Oh my gosh. In high school, we were all Bechdel testing each other without knowing it.
So they have all the data over these eras of movies. So they have from the 1970s all the way up through 2013, and they're going to use the data to try to replicate this stacked bar chart, which is the type of chart we're looking at right now. The time starts now, and they're off. We are currently taking a look at Aaron's screen. Aaron is a contestant who is over in England or the UK somewhere.
Australia.
Oh.
Okay. Not England. Okay, I was
The
completely
land
wrong.
of the Bedriggers.
Aaron is in Spider. Yes, Aaron is in Spider, which you can get when you download Anaconda. So if you go through Anaconda through the Continuum site, when you install Anaconda, you get both Jupyter Notebook you get Spider, you get the root IPython notebook as well, but he is in Spider, so this is an IDE we haven't seen used here. We've definitely seen Python a lot, though. Let's go over to Lisa. Lisa is also in R right now, and she is an educator. She is also apparently a bike enthusiast of some sort. She was telling me in sound check. Let's go over to Kwong, who is at the bar doing this. What do you think he's drinking? What do you think Kwong's drinking, based off the 3 sentences you've heard from him?
Cider.
Oh, okay, well, apparently he has answered it for us. He's drinking cider. Aaron's screen, he is in Python tonight, and he is going through a big if-else-if statement here. He is trying to get those eras of movie correct. Remember, they're trying to replicate this graph of the Bechdel test of 538 by Alison McCann. And he is trying to get those eras in there. You can see down here, 1970 to 1974, 1980 to 1984, so on and so forth. And he is using if-else statements to make those bounds. He obviously has the year of all these movies. He's trying to make these what we call a categorical, as opposed to a year by year, an integer kind of data type. So he's trying to make these into eras or categories here.
Okay.
So that is Aaron. Let's go over to Kwong now, because Kwong is doing something interesting with Color Picker. So he is trying to drop in the image here. He's downloading the image. Remember, what he doesn't know, but he's about to hear, is if he just does a screen cap, he could actually just paste Control-V, the screen cap, but he has gone all the way and downloaded the image and pasted it in already. So he is now taking the color picker tool and just picking out all the colors for the accuracy. Remember, the color accuracy here is going to be pretty important if it comes down to the final vote. Kwong last week was actually our fastest contestant ever. He ended up finishing his Viz Buzz in like, what was it, chat? Like 30 minutes or 20 minutes? He was done really, really fast. Let's go over to Lisa. Lisa, first time contestant here on Viz Buzz in R, and she is also trying to cut through this through different bounds. And you can see she's already cut or bounded her year ranges, breaking it by every, her sequence here, her breaks are every, it seems, 5 years, which is correct, even though 1970 to 1974 sounds like 4 years. Remember, you count the 0, so that is every 5 years we're moving our window. And now she is typing to us in her screen. I can't remember how to do simple things. I can't remember how to do simple or difficult things. All I do is click.
Are you familiar with R?
I am a little familiar with R. I'm not I don't spend the majority of my time. I spend the majority of my time in Python, but
Okay.
a lot of my team works in R, so I have to know R as well. Wow, look at this plot that Kwong has already.
I know. He like knows graphs, I guess, or like how to hold them up.
He's so fast. He's so fast, chat. Taking a look at Aaron's stuff, do you feel like you see some familiar syntax in Python?
Else if.
Yeah, okay.
How do you recognize that? I see the terminal. Yeah, we have a list here, and a for loop. I understand.
This is really good. This is really good. That's all perfect.
Comparative operators. Just throwing out keywords.
Chat, she's learning Python, but yeah, that was pretty good. Chat, what do you think? I'm pretty good.
So where is like how is he going to print a like data? Since I'm learning Python, I'm interested in how it like generates an image.
So he is going to use a package called Pandas.
Okay.
Which is very cute sounding.
Right. Okay. So we want to know. So he has to know what chart type is in order to get it right.
Correct. He not only has to know the chart type, but he also has to arrange his data correctly in sort of a tabular format.
Right.
So you can see on his screen, he is kind of creating this print of like what the data frame is going to look like. He is trying to make sure that all the data lines up with all the things that he wants to put on the graph.
Even Spider is like whoa, what's going on over here and there?
Yeah, I personally am a collab fan, and so seeing Spider is also like sometimes it's kind of new for me as well. But
Yeah.
it's a lot like our studio. It's a lot like Jupiter Lab. We'll come back to Aaron in a bit. Let's go over to Lisa. Lisa also has her stacked bars in the correct order, it seems. So she also is quick to get this Bechdel test going. Esther, any initial thoughts on the first half of this match?
Documentation is really hard. It looks hard to read, and I'm very in awe at the skill of being able to like parse through that information. Definitely can tell it's not Kwan's first rodeo. Like, just totally an expert. He could be teaching this. Like he's done this 5 times already.
Kwong is actually almost done with this. He has already put together nearly the perfect graph. So you can see here that he has the pass and fail, he has all the colors, he has all the labels. Now he is going to be trying to replicate some of the darker lines, perhaps some of the different label text. He might even try to match the font at this point. So he has 20 minutes to go.
I have no idea how he got that much code on the screen so fast.
We are seeing over here on Aaron's screen, Aaron is still in this bar chart. He doesn't necessarily know how he can stack it quite yet. He is under the gun here. 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go. He does not know how to get this bar stacked. So he has counts. He has all these counts. He has percentages.
Python guy, you can do it. Go Python.
Lisa is taking some custom Y scale code here. She's going to plug and play here. And we'll see if she's able to actually replicate even more of this data viz. We'll check in with her in a second. Let's see if Kwong has figured out his quandary. Was that good? Kwong has already submitted his entry, and he has 23 seconds left. 20 seconds left to go for all of our contestants. He is calling it. Let's see where Lisa is. Lisa here. She feels maybe like this is enough. Let's see. She has 10 seconds to go before she has to complete it. It is the nervous back and forth cursor movements there, and we are looking at Aaron here last second, and he is calling it as well. Pencils down for our contestants. We have Aaron. Aaron was doing this in Python. This is Aaron's. This is the original. Here is Lisa's. This is Lisa's replication. And here's the original. And here's Kwong's. This is Kwong's replication. Jesus Christ, it's like a goddamn clone. Okay, chat. What do we think? Wow, Kwong is pulling far away here. All right, so we have this. Now we get to vote, okay? We have also come up with Kwong first place.
One
He
of
will
us.
take both
One of
points
us.
from
One of
us.
us. One of us. One of us.
Lisa second place with 6 points. Aaron with 2 points. For funsies, y'all, let us see. We have 49.5% for Aaron. Lisa gets 60.3%. Then Aaron's, but is
That
it?
would be like way more.
I thought it was going to be way more too. Is it as close as Kwong's? Guess the percent. Guess the percent. What do you think? What do you think?
120.
120. People are saying 90. People are saying 95. All right, let's see.
69.
Oh my God, he lost. It's 57.9%. 23 points for Kwong. Lisa ends up getting. Oh my God, I gotta do math. 17 points for Lisa. 5 points.
Robots
for
win
Aaron.
again.
That was pretty incredible. How do you feel after co-hosting Viz Buzz?
It's super exciting. Meet a lot of people. I feel like I learn a lot. I do wish I could just like peek into everybody's brains and see what they're doing. I look forward to seeing more, to understanding more as my education grows. And I'm starting to wonder, is Python really the language for visual data sci? I don't really know. not the first time Python struggled when I've been in here.
Wow, my God, you're calling out all of Python. That is
I am brand
Ooh,
spanking new,
shots
guys.
fired
Okay,
by
I don't
Esther.
really know.
Fired by Esther.
I am not meaning to light fires.
Oh
out.
my good,
Get out.
get out is what they're saying. Okay, well, it is time to get out. I am gonna go.
Time to enjoy. Thanks again for watching. Thanks so much for letting me participate. I had a lot of fun. I am flattered beyond all hell that you invited. So, thank you so much, Nick One. I'm so glad that I stumbled across your channel. I feel like I've sort of unofficially become an apprentice here.
Well, we look forward to you coming back on and me hanging out with you in your chat at some point.
Yay, gladly. It was nice meeting everyone.
All right, y'all. Follow her over at Time Enjoyed. Let's go over to Sympathy. I'll see you there. Have a good night, y'all.